Yeah, hello students. Good afternoon, all of you. Yeah, myself Leela Krishna Elavarthi, assistant professor in the Department of CSE in our Kallam Harna Reddy Institute of Technology. From today onwards, I'm dealing the subject computer organization behalf of your previous faculty. So if you have any queries or doubts related to computer organization, you feel free to contact me. My number is available there in third CSE A and B WhatsApp groups. So anytime you can ping a message or you can make a call to me regarding computer organization queries. Okay, we slightly move into the syllabus. I hope you guys all are completed the previous classes. I think that there are two times revision for you related to these computer organization subject. One from offline and one is done by using online. So this is I think this is the third time revision for you. So I hope you guys are benefited by using these revision classes. So before starting the syllabus, just I'm asking a simple question. So what is the need for studying computer organization? So if you have clarity in that, then you can easily identify what is the need for computer organization. So let's move on to the computer organization, the syllabus. So what are the objectives for a computer organization? So to understand the architecture of a modern computer with its various process units, also the performance measurements of the computer system, and in addition of this, the memory management system of a computer. So here, after completion of computer organization subject, you are able to understand the architecture of modern computer, as well as in addition to that, you can know the memory management system of a computer. So it may be a PC or it may be a laptop, whatever it may be. So you can easily identify the internal structure of a computer. So that is the main motto of computer organization subject. Now we are entering into the syllabus. Unit number one is basic structure of computers. In examination point of view, which is very much important and as well as easy unit for you in scoring point of view, because there's very less number of topics are there in this unit. So the topics are here in the first unit is the basic functional units and operational concept and bus structures and system software and performance and the history of computer development. And most of these functional units, basic operational concepts and bus structures, so you guys are also completed there in the computer programming in your one semester. At the end of the computer programming last unit, you guys all have this syllabus. So this unit is very much important and as well as easy for you in scoring point of view. So you must read this unit. And coming to the second unit, mission instruction and programs. This is the heart of computer organization subject. So what happened there in the internal in the computer system? So how an register stores the data? So what is an instruction? How an instructions are formed? How the data is stored in a computer internal memory? So those all topics we covered here in the mission instruction and programs. So what we studied here in the second unit is instruction and instruction sequencing and register transfer notation, assembly language notations, and basic instruction types and different addressing modes. These are very much important for examination point of view, as well as this is the heart of computer organization, addressing modes. So every question paper must consisting of addressing mode question. So either short answer or long answer, whatever it may be. So every question paper must consisting of addressing modes. So you have to look at this and more concentration on addressing modes. And coming to the basic input output operations and the role of stacks and queues in computer programming equation and component of instructions and logical instructions, shift and rotate instructions. These are the different types of instructions. So you guys studied these topics in the unit number 2. Coming to the unit number 3, that is type of instructions, arithmetic and logic instructions, branch instructions, addressing modes. Again here addressing modes. So that's why I'm stressing on the addressing modes. Why? Because addressing modes are the very most important one and backbone of the computer organization. That's why if you observing the unit number 2, here also addressing modes are there. If you are observing the unit number 3, here also addressing modes are there. So addressing modes are very much important in examination point of view, as well as you can easily identify and easily understand the concepts in the computer organization when you are good in the addressing modes concept. And next one and final one is the input output operations. So this one is the very simple unit. This consisting of very less number of concepts. So you must focus on the unit number 3 also. And coming to the unit number 4, that is input output organization. So accessing IO devices and what are the different interrupts. So how an interrupt occurs. So what we have to do when an interrupt occur. So what is different buses like synchronous bus, asynchronous bus, and interface circuits, standard IO interfaces, and different peripheral devices like PCI bus, USB bus. So all these data transfer parts we discussed here in the unit number 4. So it's a bit difficult unit, but there is a possibility of direct question in the unit number 4. And coming to the unit number 5, which is very most important and as well as easy unit here in the computer organization, because as I mentioned in the earlier, so in the unit number 1, the basic concept of functional units as well as operational concept you studied there in the your 1 month semester. Likewise here also the unit number 5 consisting of different memory systems like basic memory circuits, memory system considerations, and different read-only memories like ROM, PROM, EPROM, EEPROM, flash memory, and cache memories, mapping functions, and interleaving functions, and like secondary memories like magnetic hard disk and optical hard disk. These memory-related topics you covered here in the unit number 5, and also you covered these topics there in the 1 month semester in your first year. And coming to the unit number 6, processing unit and microprogrammed control. Here the unit number 6 is 2 parts. Part 1 consisting of processing unit and part 2 consisting of microprogrammed control. So processing unit, here in the processing unit, the fundamental concepts of register transfer and as well as performing an arithmetic or logical operations, fetching a word from memory, and execution of a complete instruction and hardwired control. So these topics you covered in the part 1 in the unit number 6. And coming to the part 2 in the unit number 6, you covered microprogrammed control, micro instructions, microprogram sequencing, wide branch addressing, micro instructions with the next addressing field. So these topics we have to cover in the unit number 6. So unit number 6 is a bit large unit for you. Uh, if you are good in first 5 units, coming to the examination point of view, if you are good in first 5 units, there is no need to go to the unit number 6. But if you want to score 100% marks in computer organization, because there is a 100% possibility of short answer question from unit number 6. That's why if you expect the 100% marks from the computer organization, you must study unit number 6. So in the examination point of view, if you need pass marks and as well as medium marks, so you have to cover up to unit number 5. In this unit number, total 6 units, the first unit, the third unit, and the fifth unit is very much easy. Why? Because I'm telling the word easy means some of these topics already you covered there in your first semester in computer programming subject. The last unit of computer programming subject consisting of these memories and functional units and basic input output organizations you covered there in your 1 month semester. That's why I'm stressing here these 3 units are very much easy to you. Along with these 3 units, if you focus on rest of units, you are 100% pass in this computer organization subject, and this is very easy for scoring when compared with the other subjects. Is the theory along with the diagrammatic. So there is a possibility of scoring 100% marks in this computer organization subject. So from today onwards till the end of your semester examinations, I am with you for computer organization. So if you have any queries related to computer organization, you can feel free to ping a message on to my number, or feel free to make a call to me. Okay, is the syllabus. I hope you guys are good in these 6 units. So if you have a material, you can follow that. Otherwise, I can share a good material to you uh, for your examination point of view. So computer organization, total 6 units. Unit 1 is basic structure of computers, and unit 2 is mission instructions and programs, and unit 3 is type of instructions, and unit 4 input output organization, and unit 5 the memory systems, and unit 6 the unit 6 consisting of 2 parts. First part is processing unit, and second part is micro programmed control. Okay, now move on to the important questions. Yeah, as for my knowledge, by observing the previous question papers of university examinations, as for my best, I reduced some questions to a little bit to you, which is very helpful to you in examination point of view, as for in your study point of view also. So just only I will give here 5 to 6 questions in every unit. If you observe this, so unit number 1, I given just 5 questions. Unit number 2, 6 questions, and unit number 3, 5 questions, and unit number 4, 7 questions, and unit number 5, 5 questions, and unit number 6, just only 4 questions given there. So if you good in these questions, you can surely say you are 100% passed in computer organization subject. So just we watch what are the questions. So unit number 1. So I prepared all these questions by observing the previous university question papers. The first question: explain the basic functional unit of a computer. Explain the basic functional unit of a computer. And second one is explain basic operational concepts in a computer. And third one is define bus and explain different bus structures, like a single bus and multi-bus architectures, like functional units like CPU, ALU, a keyboard, mouse, like all these. And coming to the system software and how to calculate the system performance. So these 5 questions related to the unit number 1. So along with these 5 questions, one more question is pending, that is the generations of computers. Generations of computers. So that is the 6th question in unit number 1. But coming to the university examination point of view, uh, I never seen it in previous question papers. That's why I never put it here in the unit number 1. So unit number 1, just I prepared just only 5 questions. If you are good in these 5 questions, you can surely score the short answer as well as long answer. So unit number 2, all related to the registers and instructions. So define register, explain about register organization, and define instruction and explain different types of instructions. And the very most important one, define addressing modes, explain different types of addressing modes, and define stacks and explain stack organization. If you are good in data structures, it is very much easy for you, stack and queues. And define instruction cycle, fetch, decode, and execute subcycles are there in instruction cycle. Okay, instruction cycle, and I explain in detailed about different pages in the instruction cycle. So there are total 6 questions there in unit number 2. And coming to the unit number 3, explain about arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, ALSU, that means arithmetic logical shift unit, and branch instructions and input output instructions. There are totally these unit related to instructions. So there are the different type of instructions are there. All these instructions are there in the unit number 3. Arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, shift instructions. Again, coming to the arithmetic, there are some types of arithmetic instructions are there. Some type of logical instructions are there. Coming to the shift instruction, there are different types of shift instructions are there. So in overall, there is a ALS, arithmetic logical shift unit instruction, and branch instructions and input output instruction. Those topics we covered there in unit number 3. Coming to the unit number 4, so is the data processing, how data is processing from input device to the output device, and data is traveled from output device to the input device, that we covered here in the unit number 4. So explain about IO interface with read diagram, explain program IO with read diagram, define interrupt. So what are the different type of interrupts and how we can avoid the interrupts, and what are the priority interrupts, and what is DMA. So how data is directly transferred from the input devices to the memory. So that we studied here in the unit number 4, and explain about synchronous bus and asynchronous bus, and explain about PCA and USB buses. So all these unit number 4 related to the data traveling and data transformation between one place to the another place, from that means from input device to the output device, or output device to the memory device, or memory device to the whatever it may be, data is transferred. So how the data is transferred, so the data is carried, that we studied here in the unit number 4. So coming to the unit number 5, so very much easy unit, so related to memory, what is define memory and memory hierarchy, and explain about main memory, and draw them chip diagrams, and what is ROM, what are different types of ROMs, what is cache memory, explain cache memory mapping techniques, and explain about secondary storage devices. So unit 5 is completely related to the memory. So unit 6, explain about micro instructions, explain about micro program sequencing, and explain about fetching a word from memory, and explain about hardware control. So just I reduced the amount of syllabus to just only 4 questions. If you are good in these four questions, you can easily and you can confidently write the short answer as well as a long answer in the unit number 6. I hope you guys are followed this lecture, and everyone must carry this copy along with you, so I can share it to you in our WhatsApp group. So please be with you this copy. If you are good in these questions, I can surely say you are 100% successfully complete the computer organization subject in the external examinations. Okay. From next class onwards, we will discuss one unit after another unit. So in the next class, I will start from unit number 1. From there onwards, we move to unit number 2. So we have only just only 10 to 12 classes for revision. In the 12 classes, accordingly that I am planning to complete all these 6 units revision schedule. So if I am available, I may connect with you in live mode. So due to some external examination invigilations and some additional works, if there is any work, I will post a video, recorded video in your group. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video.